Of soccer. Let's go live. 1, 2, 3. Yeah.
That clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me just let me go. That clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me go. Just let me go. Ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me out. Fuck all that shit.
Rugged live with RDF. This is the most badass YouTube stream for all the know. Man, ladies and gentlemen, I'm Tommy C. Shot from the Point. Matt. Oh, by the way, that other thing we talked about that Matt's doing, that's not public, so I know. I owe you then. Okay, but Matt's got some legitimate stuff to do. So, Volt came in like the true hero he is to take over for.
Matt came in like a moss, bro.
Yeah, he parachuted in like
parachuted in, bro.
Our Germans even people.
I sky glided in, Brand.
He's ready to do this.
Yeah.
Yeah. You should get a glider and glide in somewhere and go, shot for the point, bitch. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. There's not a hell of a lot going on that I'm terribly interested in the old internet world. But we beat the hell out of NPC streams. We did that for a while, and some of them are good. So why don't we do Karens? Because we never seem to run low on Karens. You know? So you're lucky you don't have to deal with really annoying white people. You know that?
I mean, we do have that on the other end with brown people.
Yeah, but not like that. Not like the white women have to be the worst. White women have to be the worst in this department. Right? I mean, it's just something. It's infuriating. Like everybody agrees, nobody likes white women.
No,
so we're dropping Vault, Shekel Shores, Hamas Piker. Thank you, Hamas Piker. Hey, Sethy Seth, I haven't talked to you. And the other thing, one of my favorite things to do, besides milking lol cows and laughing at people, is judging women. I'd love to judge women. Nothing makes me happier. Am I right, guys? Put some ones in the chat. Well, everybody, even women. You know who likes to judge women more than men? Women.
Not a shocker there.
No
surprise.
Women love judging and looking down at other women, and I got women to look down at, and they're usually American. Do you know I white women rooftop? Yeah, Vault. That wasn't Vault.
No,
that wasn't Vault. I stopped dating American women when I was in the States. You know.
Who are you dating?
Italians. Any European, anything that wasn't American. Towards the end. Towards the end. If I found a girl with an accent, I was all over it. You know? Anything, because it's not. I mean, last Italian girl I dated, she was born in the States, but her family was off the boat, so she was normal. She wasn't infected. You know, nice girl, great girl. We probably should have got married, but I fucked it up. You know. You know what she told me?
What?
9/11. She's with me during 9/11. I was like, I gotta go. She said, what do you mean? I was like, I gotta go. I was like, I'm feeling it. Like my great grandfather in World War I, my grandfather in World War II, Vietnam. It's my turn. I will leave you tomorrow.
I'm gonna take a guess and say that she did.
I didn't go initially. I didn't go after. I went 2 years later.
Oh, okay.
I went 2 years. I didn't go because of her. I didn't go, and then she left me anyway. And then my inspiration was Pat Tillman. I was like, this guy's a NFL football player. He just got killed and in Afghanistan. And here I am at a bar sitting on my dead ass going, ooh, shock and awe. You know, why don't I do something and get off my ass and support this thing in a more meaningful way? And it was the best decision of my life. I didn't get killed, but, you know, it was the best decision of my life. Changed my life completely. And she married a guy named Ireland, and he was a soldier. And he did more. And he did more tours than me. Go figure. Polish girls are the easiest. Polish American girls are the best of the American girls. What is with this slop spilling in my face? I haven't had a G Fuel in forever. It's late, so I'm having one.
You're all amped up, gamer?
I'm amped up.
You got that gamer fuel ready?
I got that gamer fuel. I got it. Okay, so this, I haven't watched all this. I heard about this. If you guys got Karens you want us to cover, send them to me or Vault in Discord. I don't think you can spam the chat. After this, we'll do this one, and we'll do a couple more. And we'll see how the wind blows. And this is The Reckoning, the channel, 75,000 subs. And these are these German guys on a train, I'm assuming in the States, or in NYC. And they start missing their women from back home, who are much easier to deal with. I married 2 of them. The Reckoning Unleashed.
You're ripe today, bro.
Hey, everybody. We got some super gnarly footage in early October of a woman going on a weird, very obnoxious...
They're definitely German guys. Sitting in the train giggling. Yeah. You hear that in every... Yeah. That's a German guys like to giggle in the train. My wife hates it. They're all giggling on the train. Yeah. They do. I'm not even exaggerating.
Rant against a group of what appeared to be German tourists on a train to New York City. She seemed to believe...
Probably in Jersey Transit.
...that the young men who were speaking in their native language were actually making snide comments about her.
They probably were.
Probably. Yeah,
knowing that she wouldn't be able to understand.
See, they probably weren't. Germans really keep to themselves. It's really rare. The only thing I've noticed about Germans, but it's no level. It's women do. German women do. But they did the same thing American girls. Like, who does she think she is? You know, I get a lot of that. But, I mean, that's just girls. What are you going to do?
Understand what they were saying. One particularly iconic line, even...
By the way, this happens to me and my wife every so often. If we're speaking English, somebody doesn't understand. They get mad. They think we're talking about them. Things happen on a train. I had an Arab guy. We were on our way to Frankfurt. We were the only 2 in the car. And this Arab guy stood up and goes, "Wir in Deutschland!" And he walked off the fucking car.
Sit down, Muhammad, all right?
Yeah.
Calm down. Yeah, Abdul, calm down.
Calm down, Abdul. Yes, he said.
Featured the woman's partner.
Wir in Deutschland! Special Deutsch! That's what he said. I was like, go back to your own country. You know?
Perhaps a boyfriend, maybe a husband, telling her that he'd never speak to her again if she continued the behavior. This video got huge on both TikTok and...
There's a big old American ass.
Look at that Karen ass, bro.
Look at that can. Here we go.
And our public freakout, so I thought I'd dive into the weeds here and see what was going on for you guys. But first, let's see the train wreck.
Are you German? He doesn't understand. No. He does. Hit him. Come on, it's fake, dude. The Nike size backwards. What did you say? I do. You never boys. Tell me what you said.
Wow.
She drunk?
Now, everything you're seeing now is what German guys would normally do. And just look at their feet. This guy's looking at his phone, hoping they can get out and have a cigarette, something like that. This is normal. German guy, they're not people that like making scenes. not like assholes from New York and New Jersey.
Breathe. 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 Do not.
That is unusual.
It's the fucking rare German, dude.
She really crossed the line with him because you got to understand something about German guys, and I can say this. I mean, I've been here a long time. You'll hear them fight, like when I live in an apartment complex, and it'll be a German woman going, yeah, yeah, and then every so often, after about 20 minutes, you'll hear, and then it'll quiet, and then she'll start up again. It really, you have to push every one of their buttons. So this is strange for me to see. She really pushed him too far.
She did like touch his shoulder.
Yeah, I think that might be maybe that's the line. Don't put your hands on me, you know. But he handles it really well without giving her a crippler cross face. You know?
German, dude.
Yeah.
Breathe. Do not do this. Breathe.
Yeah. Then he realized she's drunk and stupid and sits back down. See, an American guy would have kept in her face. But that's how mad he got him, because they don't like this.
You're gonna get arrested.
I can handle my own.
No, you can't.
23.
What is it?
Please stop this, dude. Please stop this, or I'm never gonna talk to you again.
And then if you're American and these foreigners are here, look at this guy. Fuck you, bitch. This is embarrassing. Like I think you feel the same way when people come to your country. You know, I've talked about visiting you before. You know, you don't.
It does. No, sometimes like I've noticed that like with a few.
But you want your own people to treat me good too. I would imagine.
Yeah,
you would be embarrassed
obviously.
obviously that's what I'm saying. So yeah, I think I would be really embarrassed, especially with my connection to Germany.
Stop this, or I'm never gonna talk to you again. Listen to me right now. We'll sit down right now. I'm never gonna talk to you again. Listen to me right now.
Yeah, they're looking
like,
away.
look
They
around.
just want it to go away. Go away.
He's not doing anything. He's not doing anything. Listen to me right now. No, he's not. He's not. Just listen to me. He's not. He's not. He's not. He's not. Listen. He's not. He's not. He's not. He was not talking to me. Listen. Baby, stop it. Stop it. Listen to me.
Thick dish,
Listen to me
douche.
right now. Listen to me right now. Okay?
Du Altschau.
Just don't do this. Please do not do this.
Sau.
Do not do this. Do not do this. He didn't say anything. He did not say anything. He did not say anything. He's having a personal conversation.
How much of a fucking ego do you need to have?
Yeah, I know.
Everybody.
You gotta be an
talking about
American
you.
drunk girl. American drunk girls apparently rule the fucking world. It's unbelievable. Embarrassing. And her boyfriend's telling her, I'm gonna leave you. And she doesn't give a shit.
Yeah, she feels like she's so fight.
Oh, how do you leave me? I have the best pussy in the fucking tri-state area. No, you don't.
A lot of internet people have said that this guy seems way more like decent and socially on it than his girl is, and kind of wondered why he would be with someone like her in the first place. But I wonder if it's not that he's such a nice guy or whatever, but
Maybe they just started dating. That's what I thought.
more the matter that he saw the camera, and when you see the
Oh, that's a good point. I like this guy. He's a scientist.
He's the reckoning, dude.
Earn
He's
my
the
sub.
reckoning.
This guy's a scientist.
camera, for the last few years, you get caught on camera doing something like this, it really messes with your life. You
No, it
get
does.
fired, you go socially ostracized, yada yada. Exactly what has happened to her. But case in point, right? So for this next part, I want to state what should be obvious for YouTube. I absolutely do not condone or approve of anything that this woman is saying. I am simply a humble meme
job.
journalist.
We'll be the judges of that, pal.
Reporting on the dumbest and most petulant news stories you've ever seen.
Stop it right now. Do not say that. Do not say that. Do not say that.
That guy's just fucking laughing.
It's so dark.
Well, they're Germans. They have funny haircuts.
Blonde
guy.
Baba, cut my hair.
Blonde guys with funny haircuts giggling in the train.
You know I'm an immigrant too. You know that, right?
Your son's okay.
Yeah, but this is not right.
So there's cameras. We're on a train. Everybody's got a fucking cell phone, you pimpo.
Yeah, everyone's a phone now. Come on.
He's laughing about it. Say something.
Say something? What is he supposed to say?
Thank you.
Give me a right hook right now. Let me know what you got. No, hit me with a right hook. Let me know what you got.
A lot of people were confused by this next part, but a random guy on the train decides that it's funny that this girl is getting up in these guys' face like she's going to hit them and says, well, what do you got? Let's see your right hook.
That's me. What do you got?
Hit me with one. She actually does. I mean, she taps him, really, but she does give it to him, so he got what he asked for.
Pretend it's his face. Pretend it's his face. Talk your shit. Oh!
Oh my god.
Headshot. Look at that.
You get the out of our country.
Do not.
Whoa!
Why that eyebrow? That's yours. Stop. Why that
Oh,
eyebrow?
girl, what the Oh, get off to the next topic.
You know, in their country, you can get kicked out of their country for saying that. You can go to jail for saying that. Yeah, you can get a lot of trouble. You get fined.
Now,
for
what if
saying
they were
that.
black?
If they were black, the white guy would have fucking took a beat. That's another thing with talk.
He says that.
Yeah, it would take a beating. You know, that's another thing. Like, I'm not willing to take a fucking beating for a girl. It's got to be really justified. Like, somebody's got to be attacking her. Like, I wouldn't give a shit if in some situation, like, I'm a little weird, like, you know, that the whole thing, you never hit a woman under any circumstances. Well, it's a good policy, but not everybody honors it. And I don't care when they don't. Does that make any sense? So, like, if you ask for it, you get, and she's really bordering on it. I wouldn't say hit her now, but she's bordering on asking for it.
Who let her go? Please. Why'd I let her go?
Steve, it's not okay.
No way. You're saying it's not
It's not okay.
I'm trying to figure if they're coming from Long Island and they're coming from Jersey.
Okay,
Poor
so
Hans,
clearly
he
that
just wanna go
was
see the,
pretty bad.
Empire
We've
State
seen
Building.
worse, yes, but that was a very jarring display there of animosity towards these guys, seemingly for just not being American.
Yeah.
What's worse, these guys were probably...
Is that This is racist, right?
I mean,
What? Be honest.
it does seem a little
It
bit
does feel.
racist,
It
but-
feels like it, right?
I mean, it is like against
Yeah.
two white people. If the
Yeah,
video's
but
muted,
it's still
you would say
they're
that.
of another ethnicity. They're not American.
it's-
You know.
Nationalists, maybe like
Yeah.
nationalists.
Okay. Yeah. I guess.
It's
But
like I don't think it would be
that's an
considered
ideology, though.
racist. Yeah,
You know. I think it's based on their
like xenophobia. No,
xenophobia. Yeah, maybe it does feel racist.
probably just tourists, like not even actual immigrants in the first place. And as her hopefully now
German immigrants
boyfriend
today.
pointed out,
Really?
Like yeah, exactly. Germans have a
Yeah.
you know where they immigrate now to? They go to Montana. That's the new German hate. But in the old days, they went to Pennsylvania. That's a German state.
he himself is an immigrant too. Let's start from the beginning here. This incident took place on a New Jersey transit
There we are. Yep.
There we go.
There we go.
The train's looking a lot better than when I was there.
train bound for New York City, and the New Jersey Transit, immediately following this video's virality, told the Post in a statement that the agency, quote, strongly condemns any behavior of this type, and its customers are encouraged to report incidents of this nature to
Snitch.
train crew members, or they can reach out to New Jersey Transit Police. But more importantly, the woman you see here is actually 30-year-old Brianna Pinnix. And I've managed to find some very interesting information on her.
See you next Tuesday on the unemployment line.
Wait, hold
She's
on. You
also
fucking doxed the fucking Karen?
This story went public. It's already in the paper, so he didn't dox anybody. I mean, the paper's doxed her.
Based.
She's.
Yeah.
We're past that.
some punishment. She's had two pretty solid employers in the last few years. First of all, from 2019 to 2022, she worked for Interquest, a recruitment company, and from 2022 until... Well,
no Germans in that company.
God forbid.
Yeah, get them out.
She's been working at another recruitment company, this one focused on tech, called Capital RX. And it will probably not surprise you that Capital RX did not take kindly to Brianna's behavior on that fateful train, which many netizens have spouted may have possibly involved some overindulgence at the train bar. In a statement, a spokesperson for the company said, "Our company has zero tolerance policy around prejudicial or discriminatory behavior. After conducting a
It is prejudgment. Yeah, she's definitely being prejudiced. Discriminatory, that just means to choose. I always, that's a weird word, but yeah, it's definitely prejudice for sure.
Review of the circumstances, we acted immediately and terminated the employee in question."
Whoa.
Let's go!
I just realized
fucking homeless. Let's go.
I'm forced to buy the ad blocker unless I can
Buy fucking premium, dude. It's like really good.
let's see, unpause it. Let's see what that does. Okay, no, I'm in there now. So
Yeah, we're
because they give you like 3 chances now or something like that. It's ridiculous. Let's get back here.
For Interquest, a recruitment company, and policy around prejudicial or discriminatory behavior. After conducting a review of the circumstances, we acted immediately and terminated the employee in question. So Brianna was 100% confirmed fired from her job for this rant. And it's not even like people had to review bomb her work or anything like that, or like reach out to her company like so often happens.
Now, I don't go for this, and I would never...
Yeah,
I don't think I would report somebody. I'd snitch like this. But, you know, the embarrassment, that American embarrassment I'm talking about, that's... People going to be like, you know what? I'm calling her fucking boss. They're going to do it. I'm not saying it's right. I'm not encouraging it. But, you know, you ask for it, you know?
And that's what ends up getting these people fired. No, her video went so viral.
I don't like knowing that a German visits my country and my part of the country and gets treated like that. It really angers me. It really bothers me to know that immigrants get, or not even immigrants, like visitors, tourists get treated like, really makes my skin crawl. And it probably makes a lot of other people's skin crawl that don't give a fuck about doxing.
They just wanted to see where The Sopranos was filmed.
Yeah, I know. Now they know. And now they know what it's like to live there. They really got a great tour. That's what it's like. That's how I remember it.
Viral that her company just saw it and axed her. So 100% confirmed she's fired. But get a load of this. Apparently, her behavior on that train was not particularly out of the ordinary for Brianna. Because upon speaking...
She's an alcoholic. That's what it is. I can smell that in the train, too.
With her former colleagues at her previous job, which you'll recall was with Interquest, the Daily Mail uncovered some very interesting information.
Oh, no.
Which I then also uncovered by uncovering one...
Look at that black guy. Look at these white people fighting. It's funny.
You might be okay, homie.
Yeah, homie. Look at these white people. They even racist to each other.
Colleague, for instance, said that Brianna was known around the office as, quote, not a good drunk.
There we go.
And also went on to express that this kind of aggressive behavior was...
Thomas Callanan was known as an exquisite drunk around his office of employment.
Again, not out of the ordinary for her. An Interquest recruiter mentioned that she had also once apparently called her boss a, and I quote, this is a direct quote, a Scottish piece of shit.
So, wait, hold on. So she's just racist against white people?
Good. Good. She doesn't like Europeans, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like the weirdest bigotry. I know.
Exactly like
there
you.
are people.
I don't get that.
I have. You know, they say, but the Irish are great until you live next door to one. Yeah, like the immigrants come in, or like they're usually illegal, and they get like a 2-person apartment and stuff like 5-6 fucking Irishmen, dirty Irishmen in there. That's a good way. I remember I was in San Francisco.
She's pretty much just like fucking xenophobic.
Yeah, she's like European. She has an issue with European because that, like, a Scottish piece of shit. Like, nobody ever gets mad at the Scots. Like the nicest people. I just got back from Scotland. It's like one of the nicest. Like the country, like Glasgow's kind of tore up in a cool way, but everybody's like really polite. Everybody, poor people, rich people, everybody's super, super polite, but it's a working class town. There's some rough neighborhoods,
And had expressed that she hoped he would be deported, which sounds an awful lot.
How would he be deported?
I think Green Man was working over there.
Fucking Green Man at it again.
Like the kind of stuff she was saying on the train. Her former colleague went on to describe her as an HR nightmare.
No
Quote,
shit.
None of us that used to work with her are surprised by this video,
Really?
he said of her latest outburst.
Was she even drunk?
There was frequent, aggressive, angry behavior. She has just been caught out this time. He went on to say, Brianna was not a good drunk. There were always tears and screaming when she drank at work events.
Oh, that's
he
so
said.
funny.
Apparently, these outbursts of aggression and rage from Brianna got so bad that Brianna was even...
She's kind of cute, though. I'd smash, man. For real.
She may call you a Irish piece of shit, so...
You
I'd be
Irish
careful.
piece of shit. Why don't you go back to your own country? I'm from New Jersey.
Go back to Dublin, you fuck.
Go back to Woodbridge. Go back to Bridgewater.
From work social events. But wait, that's not all.
Go back to Hackensack, you asshole. I don't think anybody's ever heard that.
Go farm potatoes, you...
Yeah, go get a potato.
Yeah.
Because that former boss we were just talking about, the Scottish one, apparently Brianna actually used to have a public TikTok account, which is now private, and trust me, I checked. But on that account, she had a whole video series where she literally accused her former boss of stealing her $300 Nordstrom gift card. Apparently, she won this card at a Christmas raffle during one of these alcohol-fueled work events she was banned from attending. And by the time she tried to use it, the card had only $8 left on it. When she confronted her boss, she was told that she had lost access to the card because it was supposed to go to her work email and she no longer worked at the company, which seems to suggest we can infer that she was also fired from her job. Wow. Her job before the job that she was just fired at, from Interquest, for what sounds like a group of incidents that had to do with work parties and alcohol. So Brianna has now been fired from not one, but
kids, especially if you're in your 20s, and they're looking for it in your 20s. You can drink at work when work events when you're like 50. Hey, Fresh Shitsky, $50. Alcohol brings out your true self. Don't say that. I've really done some horrible things. Give me a little bit of break, but thank you. Really, I needed that. That makes me. I'm glad. Maybe I'll do more of these late nighters. Watch more football coming on here. Seamless transition. Jesus Christmas. But yeah, this girl's got a fucking serious problem, man. It's pretty serious. You lose two jobs for your attitude like that. And she's typical. She's like, I've done stupid stuff before. Like, hey, come here, I want to talk to you. And my friend grabs me and says, you got to stop. And I listen. I mean, we've all done stupid stuff.
I've done.
Remember when I started talking about Jessica Pistol's pussy and Verse told me to end the stream and I did?
And when you like called Joe Cronin?
Yeah, there's another one.
Yeah.
I've had my moments. For fuck's sake, man.
2 jobs in a row for this kind of aggressive, abusive behavior she displayed on the train, which is not a great thing to have to tell someone at a job interview, and will probably, along with her newfound national fame after appearing on over 20 journals, magazines, and publications.
Sounds like she deserved this.
hinder her employment prospects pretty significantly going forward. Might be time for Brianna to go get some help with that drinking she's been doing, because it seems like it's kind of controlling her life at this point. Anyway, that's our story of what happened to New Jersey train Karen. You could also call it New York City train Karen if you like.
I like New Jersey better because she's clearly not from the city. What else does he have? Did anybody send you anything? Because I didn't get sent anything.
No, 0.
What's,
I did
I'm getting fuzzies. What's wrong here? Hold on. I got. Is it my phone?
I think it's on my end. Hold on, I think it's on my end.
Okay, get your phone away from that thing. Yeah, I think it's on your end. Getting the fuzzies. Ooh, I love when people get kicked off of airplanes. What are we doing here? Poofers says, Tommy, it's always the cute ones that are the problem. Oh, I'm surprised that didn't pop up on screen. And then New York Times mom, not your typical mom, gave me 2 more months. I appreciate it. I don't know if I missed that one. It didn't pop up, but thanks to 26 months. And thanks for being a new member, New York Times mom. Do appreciate it. So let's go. Do you want to try this? This guy's pretty good. 5 days ago, Southwest deplaned. What happened to Halloween mass date?
Sorry, I had to fix my mic. Sorry about that.
That's okay. No, that's a problem. Not a problem. NYC train. What happened to apartment Patty? What do we want? What do we want, folks? Do you want the plane? What happened to the apparent? What are we talking about?
Let's see.
Karen lied to DoorDash and got fired. Karen actually got what she deserved. Victoria's Secret tier. I did that one years ago. Let's see. What do we got in the chat? Choice to drink. I have high resistance to alcohol. First time. More Karens. DoorDash. All right, DoorDash it is. Maybe the plane next. Yeah.
Optimus just sent me one too.
Good afternoon, folks.
Okay,
Thank you for tuning into this very first episode ever of The Reckoning. On July 27th, a YouTube video from a now deleted account went viral on Reddit after a DoorDash driver appeared to catch a woman red-handed for lying to DoorDash and claiming never to have received her order from Chipotle. He took matters into his
I wonder if that happens a lot. I've always kind of wondered if people do that. But
own hands and showed up at the woman's work, phone in hand, to record himself confronting her at the doctor's office where she works.
What?
Or worked. The woman appears caught off guard as the DoorDash driver
That's interesting. I've never heard anything like this.
Accuses her in front of her coworkers of getting him fired from DoorDash after she told DoorDash support that she never got her order. The driver grows more irate as he roasts this woman, even calling on her coworkers to ensure she didn't remain employed after the fact. After all, who would want a dishonest thief working for them? So this is the footage he recorded of the incident.
This could have gone wrong in so many different ways. For him. This is ballsy. I would have like this is one of those I wouldn't do that shit if I was you moments. But let's see.
Here.
Hi, good. I delivered food here yesterday from Chipotle, and you put down that I didn't deliver it to you because I just got fired from my job. Yeah, it was you. This is my only source of income. I do this all day.
Well, this guy sounds wrecked.
Now I'm fired from my job because you want your $10 burrito?
Look, here's another fucking thing. These companies should not be allowed to fire you like this, even if you're making $5, $6, $7 an hour.
Well,
They
like,
should
there
just
be, like, a
because
warning,
you get a
investigation
bad
or
fucking
something.
review.
Yeah.
Now they do this all the time, and they say we'll bring you back in 3 months. Well, what am I going to do for 3 months? You know, the only time I ever left a bad review on Uber is when the guy snitched on me for not wearing a mask, and it wasn't that I didn't wear the mask; it that it snapped in the back, and I kept fucking holding it as I was going to the movie theater, and he snitched on me. I gave him a bad rating. I got a message. We have a policy. I'm like, oh, fuck you. That's it. That was the only time it ever happened.
Are you out of your mind? Who does this? Who does that? You got me fired. Like, I need the corporate number or something. Because I need to get your ass fired.
God damn.
Wow. I would be kind of scared if I were her. You could have a 44 somewhere.
Does anyone have a corporate number?
He's got socks.
You have one?
I'll contact DoorDash.
Yeah. All right, you want to say that you got your food?
Wait, we have a black Karen? Holy shit.
They're out there.
But what? Did you?
There's
Did you
guy
get your
Karens, too. They call them Kevins.
Or what?
How are you?
I even called my lawyer. He told me I can call the cops because it's theft. It's theft. Are you going to say you got your food or not? Or should I call the cops? Because you're stealing.
I'm not stealing.
Yeah, you are stealing.
I'm gonna get
Yeah, who does that? Who fucking raised your ass? Who raised you? Seriously. Fucking piece of trash. That's what you are. Trash. Are you the manager?
Can I help you?
Yeah, I delivered food here yesterday from Chipotle on DoorDash. I DoorDash all day. That's my main source of income. That's all I do. And this girl, I deliver it to her, and then she went on DoorDash and put down that I didn't deliver it here. So then
You know, the thing is, when he leaves, he should not do anything crazy, all right? They're all going to say, did we get Chipotle yesterday? Yeah, we did. She bought it. And then they're going to say that guy, it says, we're hiring. I didn't see that.
You should have applied.
Yeah.
morning I wake up to go DoorDash and I'm fired because of her. Because she said I didn't deliver it. I would never do that. I handed it right to her. That's the girl. Is there a corporate number I can call or something? Because you guys have thieves working here.
Give me your phone number here.
You have thieves working here.
Erica?
So what exactly happened after this? As it turns out, several people spoke out about the confrontation.
Don't go if this happens to you, I know there's people listening to me that do Uber. Don't go any farther than this. You get arrested. You make it worse, even if you get shit canned. Because you'll get worse than shit canned. This guy walked right to the line. I admire him, but this is close.
After the fact.
Because for all you know, she's blowing this guy, right? And he doesn't give a shit if she stole from you, you know? And next thing you know, there's an incident. You got to be careful.
Even a spokesperson.
I mean, he is recording video, so he doesn't have like proof that he did not do
He lost his
wrong.
job. He's followed. Anything could happen.
Yeah.
You know?
For DoorDash itself. And after digging in, it appears that not everything here was as it seemed. First and foremost, the woman who made the false report was in fact fired. The daughter of the employee this DoorDasher approached near the end of the video spoke out in a comment on the original YouTube video, revealing what happened. She said, "The older guy is my dad, and he is also just an employee of the place as well, so he didn't have any idea what was going on and doesn't have a say over the front desk people. But he did confirm your story with the office manager afterward, and the office manager talked with the other front desk staff who confirmed that she lied about receiving the food the day before. This girl was fired within an hour of...
Good work. Good work. Hats off.
Those fucking like Uber Eats.
One's in the chat for that. That is spectacular.
They fucking barely get paid, man. Yeah, fuck her.
God. That guy's, I mean, he's right. Like, who raised you? You know, he's kind of really, what's wrong with you?
Pay for your fucking
Pay for your
food,
shit.
man.
Attach it to your PayPal.
that.
Pay
Turns
by
out
card.
she was only
Fuck.
training and actually did this in her second week of work. Wow.
She's only in training.
Well, then.
Talk about balls.
Well, balls, another thing is it'd be a matter of time before she starts stealing from them.
Yeah.
And they know that.
Her coworkers just ratted her out for this. Oh, that's ruthless. I love it. But even after reading this, 3 specific things still weren't lining up for me. First, a DoorDash spokesman, spokesperson, could have been a woman, who reached out to Newsweek about the incident said, "The claims made by the DoorDash driver in the video are false. The Dasher was removed for violating our policies, not because of a disputed..."
Bullshit.
Fuck you.
Don't believe it.
Fuck you, DoorDash.
Don't believe it. And because every guy I talked to that worked there, you get like 2 complaints, you're fucked.
Yeah.
So if you have one bad, if you just like, and, you know, I've been out, you know, like I've been outside, like you can watch this happen. It was right after COVID, right? And I was walking to see Twoon. Okay, I make this walk for the last 4 years prior to that all the time. I don't see shit. There were people fighting and carrying fucking on. It was like the full moon or something. And people just acting crazy the whole walk to meet up with Twoon. And I'm like, this is something in the air. And I remember thinking when I worked, when I had regular jobs, especially customer service stuff, there would be days like that because that's all you need. So I don't buy that for a fucking minute. They fire these people all the fucking time, all the time. And there's also people looking to take advantage of them, knowing that that's how it works in a situation like that. You know, I mean, I remember when I worked at Taco Bell when I was a kid, like 17 years old, the district manager had 2 friends that used to come in and just throw fits over absolutely everything. They were trying to get free food. And they would immediately name drop the district manager, and it happened like 2-3 times. So there are people out there like this.
Delivery. Huh. Second, the fact that the video and the entire channel were deleted, even though nearly everyone seemed to take his side, I found a little strange. And
yeah,
yeah,
DoorDash got in touch with YouTube. Yeah, I don't buy any of this bullshit. Talk about keeping the working man down, man. This is it right here. I don't buy that. How many videos like this do they have up that they don't delete your channel over? YouTube makes plenty of money on Karens.
Third was a number of comments from other DoorDash drivers that said things like this. I don't get this. I've had 3 non-delivery claims. All were resolved in my favor within a few hours. I've never been deactivated. What's the difference between me and this guy?
Fair question. The guy did have the balls to go in there.
So this left me wondering.
But I tell you, everybody, all right, I have no reason to deny what that guy said, but everybody I talk to says, you get a bad run, you're fucked. Everybody I've ever talked to. Be interesting if we got any DoorDash people or people that work in this kind of, like in the phone service industry. Give us a call. You tell me what you think. If you're a friend of the show, I'd probably take your fucking side. You have no reason to fucking bullshit me, but...
Why would he delete the account? And why was he subject to such a harsh punishment if other Dashers' experiences didn't reflect that? Why did DoorDash issue a statement that the Dasher violated policy?
Good point.
Well, after some more digging, I may have discovered the reason the account was deleted. According to Redditors, the Dasher had a YouTube channel which was also full of political videos, many of which apparently featured political pundits that Reddit, known for its left-leaning political climate, it's just a fact, didn't appreciate. My theory is that those other videos started getting hate from the Redditors who discovered the channel.
Redditors the fucking worst. So now I'm back on this guy's side 100%. I guarantee. Yeah, he had political videos. So they clipped his political videos. Yeah, what a shock. He had something like this that they discovered in Congress. They got the other thing with that murderer transgender. They're trying to cover up with all the hateful shit she wrote. Because it doesn't fit the fucking narrative. Yeah, I could see that. I could see the rat. Yeah, I could see like, I saw Tucker Carlson on his channel, so let's say that it takes a lot to get fired. When everybody I've talked to says it takes nothing, and what they usually do, I'll tell you who told me, Dr. Shabako. I remember he got canned, and they said, we know it's not your fault. We'll hire you back in 3 months. I remember that. Yeah. I had to pay for his fucking car that month.
Yeah.
So I don't buy it. I could be wrong. I don't buy it.
From the video, and rather than deal with the controversy and potential of people turning against him over his political affiliation, the Dasher decided to just delete the channel altogether. As for the policy violation,
somebody might have told him. He deleted
it.
Well, okay, all right, let's go back.
Let's send you another offer or something, yeah.
Let's rewind. He deleted the channel. Okay, somebody might have told him it's not a good idea. All right, fair enough. But I could see the Redditors. The Redditors are... You want to talk about the most gatekeeping piece of shit fucks on the planet? Be a Redditor. It's the worst.
Check out the fucking H3 Reddit the fucking H3 subreddit.
Yeah.
They're all fucking insane.
Oh god.
They are all insane.
They're all fucking. I'm a Redditor. You're a piece of trash.
It's entirely plausible that this dasher may have had some...
Only worse than that is people work for Wikipedia. Lyrics saying Salvo got swatted. Did he really?
No idea.
Previous trouble with DoorDash over his delivery behavior. And this comment from one Redditor seems to suggest that that might be the case, claiming that he would brag about not delivering the food when he doesn't get tipped on his YouTube channel. Another probable reason he may have deleted it. But all this still leaves us with one glaring question. What happened to this dasher after this video? Well, as luck would have it, one Redditor thought to preserve a response he left on his YouTube channel to a supportive comment, which said, I talked to the older guy and he didn't care whatsoever. This older guy that he's talking about, by the way, is the older employee that he talks to at the end of the video, whose daughter left the comment that we talked about earlier. So I talked to the older guy and he didn't care whatsoever. I also called and talked to the manager and they don't have cameras, surprisingly. I talked to DoorDash and they helped me out and got it removed. Shout out to DD Support. They always help me out tremendously. Oh, well, that's good. I'm almost 5 years clean from... I don't know if I'm allowed to say drug names.
Heroin.
All I'm trying to do is hustle and make up for lost time because I really screwed my life up. Wow. And she's putting my job in jeopardy over something so stupid. This is how I pay my bills. I love this job. I don't want to lose it because she doesn't want to pay for her lunch. I would have bought her lunch.
Oh, so he lied about being fired.
I don't care. I found the girl's social media too, and she's in the U.S. Army.
Not shocking. Look, I saw the tattoos myself. I was wondering.
SMH. Wowzers. So
I don't know who to believe here. I got to be honest with you.
Me too. Yeah, that kind of like just like changed the whole fucking thing. Man.
Yeah.
It would appear then that
would it be shocking if everybody's trash?
Probably, yeah.
Who knew?
Like that's what I'm leaning on now.
This guy did get his job back, despite what the DoorDash spokesperson said immediately after it happened. This woman did get fired. She's in the Army. Not a good look for the...
Oh, she's got an American flag or a Puerto Rican flag. I can't tell.
Army.
Puerto Rican flag.
She's
got a Puerto Rican flag.
I don't know how these things work, but I would be willing to bet that she will probably...
Sergeant Maldonado, what the fuck?
What the fuck, Private? What did you do?
No, Sergeant Maldonado sometimes watches stuff.
Be hearing from someone in the Army.
He's Puerto Rican.
About this incident at some point. And whatever you might think about his right-leaning political opinions, it seems like he's a guy who's just trying to get his life together, and he finally found something to do that he enjoys. And
besides heroin.
That was putting him on the right track. And
a lot of people I know do heroin really like it.
This woman almost completely screwed it up for him. So, yeah, but it looks like in the end, everything did turn out as it should. This guy kept his job. That girl got fired and humiliated. Thousands upon thousands of people, including probably everyone that she knows, has seen.
All right, that's too funny. I like this channel, though.
Yeah, I sent you a video that Optimus sent me.
Oh, okay. Here we go, folks.
That's it, love. Just this massive fucking space here. You're just still clocking on down the road, aren't you? Fucking move! 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 What?
Squaring off.
Oh, shit.
Why don't you move?
He's got the crutches. Oh.
I've got you on fucking camera, you horrible cunt. Go on, I've got you on fucking camera.
This is Scottish people.
I have not tried to run you over. Stop fucking hitting my car. Look what you fucking done. I'm calling the police on you, you horrible cunt. Go on.
I'll tell her how you...
For fucking what? You walk down here, I'm trying to get past, there's loads of space between there, you just fucking smack my car!
I couldn't get fucking left!
They're English.
You fucking bitch! Move out the fucking way! You've just assaulted me, you cunt! I'm calling the police! I'm calling the fucking...
Stop right there, criminal scum! Nobody breaks the law on my watch!
Yeah.
Oh, that was funny.
I live with the music.
Fucking smack my... I'm calling the fucking camera!
Hold on. This is what...
Fucking change up.
The music changes the battle music.
Fucking change up, bro. It's in the combat mode now.
I love that. Too funny. Too funny. I say we do the plane. Let's check the plane.
All right, let's do it.
Let's do the plane. 11 minutes.
Oh,
last one of the night. Unless you got something good.
Hey everyone. So I featured a video in, I think it was episode before last, of a woman who caught some serious attitude from Southwest Airlines over this puppy she was transporting.
Puppy? I like puppies. That's German Shepherd puppy.
This story had...
That's right. Muslims don't like dogs, right?
Oh, we like dogs.
Then why can't we let them run around all over Iraq? And
that just it just depends on who you ask. Sometimes they're allowed in the house, and sometimes they're not.
They're not allowed in the house. Yeah, they are.
No, it's because like angels can't go inside the house.
Oh Jesus!
I shit you not. Yeah, it makes zero sense.
If you could convince them they could keep the Jews away, I bet there'd be more dog sins.
I think I must just found their weapon.
Yeah.
My dogs.
German Shepherds keep the Jews away, Mom. Really?
I mean, they are German Shepherds.
Yeah, German Shepherds, Ma. Yeah. Jesus Christ. It's a good way to get a puppy. I want a puppy.
A ton of netizens fuming at Southwest and even using hashtags like Southwest hates puppies, which is never a hashtag you want to trend about your company. Okay, buddy. I noticed this got a lot of...
Yeah, good point. Okay, this is one of where the mofo isn't real or something. I don't know.
Of attention on our public freakout and then even the news as well. So I figured it would be worth getting to the bottom of this. And I have a ton of new information for you. Okay, let's start with our main character, a passenger of this Southwest flight named Susan and her unconscionably adorable pet puppy, Sitka. Leading up to this video, Susan is...
I think it was a stupid name. Let's call her Rover.
Boarding the Southwest flight back to her home in California with this 8-week-old puppy who she had just picked up on this...
You're not allowed to just put a puppy in a plane, are you?
No.
Exact trip.
They need to have like their own thing. Like
there's
cargo,
a whole bunch of,
yeah.
There's a whole thing you got to go through. You can't just put a puppy in there. What's the matter with you?
To take that puppy back to live with her other 3 dogs. Only while she's in line getting ready to board, the puppy starts whining a little bit.
Of course.
Not too much, but
put him in the bag overhead.
In a small confined space.
Checking the tickets comes over and says, "Hey, ma'am, you need to keep your dog quiet, or you might not be able to board the flight." So this is already a sign that things are going to get maybe a little hostile with this crew over the puppy Susan is carrying, but Susan doesn't make an issue out of it and just pets the dog and relaxes it. Now they get on the flight, and this is where Susan sits down in the same row as the woman who recorded this video and put it on TikTok, and her name, by the way, is Sarah. So Susan and her puppy Sitka sit down in Sarah's row.
Americans are so ugly.
On the Southwest flight, and Susan, as the passengers continue to file into the plane, keeps petting and soothing the puppy through the unzipped top of her puppy carrier.
She does look.
So the same flight attendant comes over and says, "Ma'am."
So does Susan.
You have to have the carrier fully zipped and stowed under the seat at all times. Susan responds by saying she's just trying to keep the dog from being loud, as the flight attendant requested earlier. But the flight attendant says, "Now," and walks away. So she complies, and this attendant walks away, but Sitka starts whining.
So she's not breaking any rules?
Because
they allow the dog. If they're allowing puppies in the damn thing, then they're gonna whine. You gotta tolerate it. Just don't allow the dogs in there.
Again, almost immediately. So to calm her down, Susan reaches down and starts petting her again. But this time, just through the outside mesh. She kept it zipped up and securely stowed under the front seat. And at this point, the other flight attendant, seen in the video, the guy this time, comes over and says, "Hey, are we going to have a problem here? I saw you were petting your dog." So Susan at this point has to somehow keep her new 8-week-old puppy that she just met quiet for this entire flight, but can't interact with or soothe the dog in any capacity. She tells the flight attendant they won't have a problem, and then the plane starts rolling. And as they're pulling out of the gate, the same flight attendant, the cat man, whose name is actually Tyler, watches Susan bend down again and try to pet her whining puppy through the still-zipped mesh. And at this point, Sarah and her husband, Marshall, remember that they're the ones recording this, notice that the plane seems to be doing a loop back to the gate. And sure enough, they come back around, and at this point, Susan asks the couple to film as she prepares to confront the flight attendants now making their approach. This is where the video begins.
No, you don't got me. No, I'm not going to have you touch a thing of mine. You are rude, you are a mean person, and I will never fly Southwest again. Unbelievable. Come on, baby girl.
We wish you the best of luck, honey.
Thank you. This will be
I'm sorry. This is ridiculous.
Oh, it's insane. It's insane.
I guess
it's not like you even had the dog out. You had it where you were petting it.
I guess it's because they would have just told her to get off the plane. The dog doesn't belong here. So she must be within the rules.
Guess it's okay to have a dog on?
Yeah,
Okay.
and she's not acting like a fucking total Karen. She's like, all right, I'm out.
No, I mean, the dog is...
She's going to lose a ton of money.
Is in the bag. He's not doing anything.
And you know, another thing she knows, because she's smart, because if they allowed her to do this and they won't let her fly, they probably owe her another flight. So all she has got to do is go fight with them and get the situation straight. You know? Obviously, dogs are... okay.
Should be ashamed of yourself.
Don't judge a book by its cover, I guess.
Any other passengers don't give a fuck. Weird.
And for the crime of standing up for Susan against these flight attendants,
should be ashamed of yourself.
Tyler the Catman reported Sarah and Marshall to the pilot too.
Really? What a fucking piece of shit.
He's amazing.
Bro,
yeah, you're not allowed to criticize Zoomers.
Fucking millennials.
That's ridiculous. Yep.
No, the captain has to talk to understand what's going on.
Hey guys. So the captain.
And as a result, Sarah and Marshall were forced to follow Susan out the door and
Really?
find another flight. On their way out, they captured another brief piece of footage.
Need you to step away from the aircraft.
As soon as I get the names, we'll get...
Let's go, babe. Let's go. We got it.
Number as approved, and it will be able to track.
Oh, yeah.
So they kicked the husband, they kicked the wife, and they kicked the guy that bitched. Is that? Do I have this right?
Yeah, so like they kicked out all three of them in the same row. The fucking dog lady and the couple.
Yeah, well, you're a piece of shit.
I'll never fly these assholes.
Yeah, fuck that.
I thought she was going to be the Karen going into this.
Me too. No, me too. Do not judge a book by its cover. Holy shit.
Yeah. Unless it's anime. Something creepy on the cover. There's going to be something creepy.
Oh, no, yeah. Fucking like burn that. Just burn that a shit.
So this all happens, by the way, on October 21st of this year. And when these videos get posted over the 3 days that followed, they completely blew up and got millions of views.
People like she could have been beating her kid. It wouldn't have gone viral. If fucking you get with dogs and animals, people are insane.
And tons of people invested in the outcome of the story.
I know. That's what
Many
happens.
of them are probably watching this video now. News articles were written about this too, and a whole bunch of very angry netizens who, by the way, usually side with employees in situations like this, demanded a response and maybe even some justice from Southwest. Tons of people were also curious about the status of Susan and her new puppy, as well as whether all three of our main characters were able to get home okay. And I'm happy to report I have an answer to all of those questions. First, the three of them were able to catch a...
By the way, that's a perfect example why you don't fight. You bitch, you say your piece and get the fuck off the plane. All this other stuff.
It's just going to be worse for
It's
going
to be worse for you. Yeah, I mean, yeah. She handled it right. She handled
it's a fucking airplane.
It's weird watching people act like grown-ups. And the other guys, I'm going to get that other guy kicked off too because I'm an egomaniac. Yeah.
United Airlines flight back to California, and actually it ended up being all three of them on the same flight again without much issue, which means Susan was able to get her new puppy back home.
Yay! Yay!
And they must have exchanged numbers,
job,
these
Susan.
three, because
All right,
Susan
Susan.
stayed in touch with Sarah and
Only
Marshall
the chat for
afterwards.
Susan.
She sent them an update picture of the
Oh,
puppy and
God.
mentioned that she still, as of a week ago, with no updates. since.
Way to go, Southwest.
I'm gonna fucking dog famous, dude.
The puppy's adorable. How dare you? How dare you to see that puppy?
Picture of the puppy and mentioned that she still, as of a week ago, with no updates since saying anything to the contrary,
Wow, he's
not
really
gotten
mad.
refunded by Southwest for the cost of the pet carrier she had used. The couple also
Oh.
shared their correspondence with Susan after letting her know that her story had gone viral and shown her the news articles and thousands upon thousands of comments. Susan tells Sarah and Marshall, "You are going to make it easier for dog lovers and animal lovers to transport their babies. You guys are absolutely amazing. I just read the article and everything is exactly what happened. You guys are just amazing. I don't know what else to tell you. And she's doing fine and she is getting along with her 3 siblings, so to speak. And she is such a joy. It was very difficult for me to stay composed because I literally have never been treated.
She did a great job. You know?
Yeah,
like that
holy
before, and I had
shit.
no idea how I was.
It's stressful flying too. That's another thing, kids. Don't drink when you go on these flights. Nothing good
Especially
ever.
if it's a
Nothing good
international
comes
flight.
from
Do
it.
not do that.
Nothing
Yeah.
good comes. Everybody gets like, I'm going on vacation. I can drink as much as I want. Yeah.
Was going to get Sitka home. I hope United Airlines gets a lot more customers because of this. They sure deserve it. Wasn't their plane beautiful and their crew, their people wonderful? And the crew going back to LA could not believe what happened to us.
You know what it might be? The guy might just hate dogs. People hate dogs.
He's just like a cat guy.
He's a cat person or something like that.
Yeah.
Or a gerbil person. I don't fucking know. Teddy bear hamster.
Maybe like snakes.
Yeah, he is a snake.
So she was going back to LA, specifically in California. So Susan seems extremely grateful to this couple for sticking up for her on this, and I don't think it's worth, I do think it's worth noting that this couple didn't know Susan and had no reason to stick up for her on that plane at all. It was a huge inconvenience to this.
Nobody could possibly believe she was that well behaved. That's probably what it is. So like she's worth sticking up for. Because you usually take the employee's side. I mean, these people are impossible.
Normally you would take the fucking flight attendant side, yeah.
This couple getting deboarded for this, and they chose to do it anyway. I think this lends a unique dynamic here, where the main character's story is not just corroborated, but told by a neutral third party. Okay, so as for Southwest and their response, this is not going to make you happy if you're on Susan's side of all this.
Really?
So Sarah and Marshall actually contacted customer support chat from Southwest about getting their refund, and this is how it went. In the back and forth, which I won't read verbatim because it's pretty long, but feel free to pause it, Sarah expresses right off the bat that she thinks Susan was being mistreated by the Southwest flight staff and says that Susan was doing what was asked of her. She recounts the way the incident went from their perspective and says that Susan was terrified of getting kicked off and panicked because she didn't know what to do if she had to keep the dog quiet but also couldn't comfort it to do so. She also gives us a very interesting new detail here. Apparently, several other passengers on that flight were also on the second United flight they ended up taking with this couple and Susan, because they had literally left in protest of how Susan was being treated. This lends, in my view, a lot more credence to Susan's case. If
you know what the things piss me off about it? People, they won't do that for people, but they'll do it for a fucking German Shepherd. You know, people won't do that like any other. Like, what? You're fucked. You know, but they'll do it for a dog.
Yeah, but talk about an adorable
people are
fucking
nuts.
dog.
God damn it!
Or
Adorable
willing to
baby German
inconvenience
Shepherd.
themselves to take.
Maybe that's what Hamas has got to these. We have lost 20 dogs in the last bombing.
They
Let
just
everybody
need a
get on
good
Hamas's
mascot.
side. You know.
They actually just need like a really good mascot.
Yes.
Maybe like a pit bull or something.
Hamasi, the dog.
Remember Hamasi?
Don't kill my brothers and sisters. You know,
a moral
everybody be on Hamas's side, no time.
Position for a stranger they didn't know. It's probably because they earnestly felt that Susan had been wronged by Southwest. She goes on to say, you can cite all the FAA rules you want, but this should have been handled differently. Instead, your crew got an ego and harassed an older lady with a puppy just trying to get home. I plan on sharing this story far and wide, so you may want to take a few minutes and figure out how to make this up to her, because you guys look really bad right now. In the airline's response to Sarah, which again,
fuck you, bitch,
verbatim, they cited pet carrier rules aboard their planes and directed Sarah to a link with their pet policy. The only thing they ended up addressing, actually, was that the employee may not have handled the situation in a kind and pleasant manner, and says, rest assured that a formal complaint has been filed on your behalf. They go on to say, if there is any question of a customer's willingness to comply with FAA regulations or employee instructions, it may be necessary to ask the customer to travel on an alternate flight. We do, in the last part of the response, confirm that Sarah and Marshall were able to get a refund for their one-way tickets. On top of that, Southwest gave a response to newspapers that were asking for some kind of statement in the wake of this. We're aware of the videos, and our initial reports indicate that the customer would not comply with keeping her dog's kennel closed, which is our policy.
And everybody that watched this video said there's more nuance to it than that, and they saw it. And they continue to like put this narrative out that she wouldn't. Like, you can't have it both ways. You can't have the fucking dog, the thing closed, and the dog calm. Yeah. You know? Like, that's impossible. I mean, it's you need to get rid of the traveling dogs then, period, if you can't have both. That's ridiculous.
No dogs.
There's no dogs. That solves the problem.
Throw them in
but
the
they don't want to do that because, if I had to guess, she probably had to pay an extra, a little more money to put Rover on there. Yeah. They don't want to kill that form of income.
Spokesperson said of the statement, our employees are trained to ensure customers are following protocol, and in this situation, and after the customer repeatedly refused to comply with
not exactly
instructions,
true.
The decision was made to deplane the disruptive passenger.
So they're just siding with the fucking asshole
Jesus Christ.
flight attendant? Really?
Yeah. Because, like, this is not a Karen. Like, they're treating her like a Karen. She's not.
No, she's not. She's not.
No. I wouldn't fly with
Kevin.
these assholes.
It's a fucking Kevin.
I'll say. This company sucks.
Yeah.
Ultimately, Southwest seems like it's sticking to its guns on this one and doesn't really admit to doing anything untoward. But now that you have all the facts...
What they should have done is said, we need to, like, if they want to stick up for the employees, like, our employee followed the policy to a T. We may have to review it future for we haven't had a situation quite like this. In other words, admit there is some nuance to this, not like it's just black and white like they're saying it, which it isn't. You can clearly see it. Whoever did this, some HR person was pretty stupid, So like, let's say the airline attendant, like, he shouldn't be fired either if he's following policy. Okay. Unless he was like exceptionally rude, which I didn't think he was exceptionally rude. If he's following policy, and it just means the policy needs to be adjusted. That's all you got to say. Our guy followed policy, but there may be things we can do to change it. Some horseshit like that.
What do you think? Was Susan pushing the boundaries with these Southwest flight attendants?
She pushed shit. She got off the fucking plane. Totally get off the plane. She left.
She got kicked. Yeah.
She got kicked off the plane. She pushed the whatever.
Asking for this to happen, was it reasonable to remove her for petting?
I was on a flight to Mexico with chickens on. Fucking birds and shit.
The dog through the closed carrier. Were these flight attendants on a power trip for removing the couple who recorded all of this? As always, I look forward to reading your thoughts and opinions in the comments.
My thoughts and opinions is a hoe. That's my thought.
Yeah, dude, fuck that flight attendant, dude.
Fuck that flight attendant.
The guy sucked.
Well, he may have been following policy, but nobody had a problem with it.
No.
Yeah, like, but doesn't he see that? Okay, keep the dogs calm. Okay, let me don't open the thing. I mean, come on. There's got to be some working room here.
It's like it was a
or
dog,
if you
so
can't do
wasn't
it,
a big
or the
dog.
policy dictates if the dog can't be calm, we have to get you off the plane. That's not the fucking police fault either. He's following the policy. All right, that's their and then the thing is, my mother's an airline attendant. It'd be interesting to see what she said. So I'm very sympathetic. They put up with a lot of bullshit, but it's just like it's like he doesn't care about the situation at all. It's like the dog has to be quiet and the thing has to be closed. And clearly you can't have it both ways. All right, maybe you can't have it both ways. Maybe she needs to go to another plane. But yeah, then she was real cold, so unnecessary, very unnecessary.
Do you want to watch one more? Or
What do you
are
think? No, I think I've had. It's like almost 1 o'clock.
Yeah, we've done. Yeah, we've done now.
I'll do them again. I enjoy this. Yeah, this guy does a good job too, because he can discuss it.
The Reckoning.
The Reckoning. Thanks to generous donations, by the way, and your memberships. I do appreciate those. Southwest is horrible. I seem to remember having a Southwest experience when I was a teenager. I just don't remember how it went. It was with my parents. I bet my mom would tell me for show. All right. We may do one tomorrow. Usually Wednesday's the day off, but I did take yesterday off, so keep your eyes open. Keep your eyes on the prize. A possible late night on potential late night on Thursday too. I don't know. Maybe not. This game's on. There's like European games on Thursday, but I don't know if I need to see any of them. Maybe I should watch one with Rangers play. So maybe I should watch one to be fair. You know, I made Will go to or Optimus go to a Celtic bar.
Really?
I did.
And
he was all uncomfortable. Oh, he's fine. It's nice. He even said it was a nice place, but yeah, he kept on whispering to me, I wonder if they're playing "Find the Protestant." Like that. It's a great place, actually. I think I'll have to go to Ibrox and go to Rangers bar. We'll plan that out just to be fair, see what it's like. But I'm not wearing the jersey. That's no Rangers jersey for me. I'm sure he doesn't give a shit. Have to lose a bet or something for that. All right, let's go to say hello to the Pats. Say hello to the Pats. Oh, I got to sign in. Yeah.
Are you doing an after show today, or are you doing?
I think it's a little too late. But maybe we'll do
right.
an extra stream or something. We did a game stream the other day. Keep the ball of evil moving. That's what I like doing. Okay, buddy. Southwest Airline is killed that dog by shoving it in the luggage department. Did he? I didn't know that.
Did not know that.
I don't know. Someone gets sued, man.
Yeah, and
So
that
you
was
say.
allegedly. Yeah, he said that.
So you say. Oh, for fuck's sake. Oatbag, Mexon, St. Cloud, Cody, Everborn, Nesquik, Picket Pun, thanks for coming aboard. Reynolds Hughes, Tommy C's Cat, and Pilkington, if you want your name read off, make sure you give me that tenner. Oatbag wants me to put another pay grade in there. But we have to come up with something. I can't think. I think dick pics would do it. What do you think?
Yeah. I feel like that's like the next level. Pay
Dick
$50
pics.
and
Yeah,
they'll
you get your
see
name read and you get a dick pic. Get some big fucking giant masculine cock and say it's mine. Good night, everybody.
Some like black guy's dick.
Yeah. It just looks that way down there. What can I tell you? See, I got red hair. Talk to you later, everybody. Good night. See ya.